But beneath the superficial calm, there were, in the heart of the young man, and perhaps in that of the old man, many repressed desires, many stifled sighs, which found vent when Faria was left alone, and when Edmond returned to his cell. One night Edmond awoke suddenly, believing he heard someone calling him. He opened his eyes upon utter darkness. His name, or rather a plaintive voice, which essayed to pronounce his name, reached him. He sat up in bed, and a cold sweat broke upon his brow. Undoubtedly the call came from Faria's dungeon. "Alas," murmured Edmond, "can it be?" He moved his bed, drew up the stone, rushed into the passage, and reached the opposite extremity. The secret entrance was opened. By the light of the wretched and wavering lamp of which we have spoken, Dante saw the old man, pale but yet erect, clinging to the bedstead. His features were writhing in those horrible symptoms which he already knew, and which had so seriously alarmed him when he saw them for the first time. "Alas, my dear friend," said Faria in a resigned tone, "you understand, do you not? And I need not attempt to explain to you." Edmond uttered a cry of agony, and quite out of his senses, rushed toward the door, exclaiming, "Help! Help!" Faria had just sufficient strength to restrain him. "Silence," he said, "or you are lost. We must now only think of you, my dear friend, and so act as to render your captivity supportable or your flight possible. It would require years to do again what I have done here, and the results would be instantly destroyed if our jailers knew we had communicated with each other. Besides, be assured, my dear Edmond, the dungeon I am about to leave will not long remain empty. Some other unfortunate being will soon take my place, and to him you will appear like an angel of salvation. Perhaps he will be young, strong, and enduring like yourself, and will aid you in your escape, while I have been but a hindrance. You will no longer have half a dead body tied to you, as a drag to all your movements. At length Providence has done something for you. He restores to you more than he takes away, and it was time I should die." Oh my God, that hurt my throat. I hope I don't have to speak like that for the rest of the chapter. Not to take away the emotional oomph of that moment. Something's happening to Faria here, folks. Are we to believe he's actually going? I mean, okay, just this passage hasn't really given us much, except that Faria called out to Dante, and Dante rushed to him, and he looked pale and scary. I mean, I can imagine, again, this kind of cinematic language of, like, an already sick man standing, leaning against his bedstead, and just the way that firelight distorts shadows and movement across the, movement of light and all that stuff across a face, across a room. That would look haunting. So I could see the image of this telling us that something bad is about to happen. But I mean, Faria's talking a lot for being someone who's about to pass. Maybe Dante will save him again, because he's got the little vial of medicine, and he had enough for all 3 attacks, and he just used a third of it. A third of it was gone. He used a third of it on the last attack, so there's still some medicine left. I know there is. Maybe Faria's just being a little overdramatic here. Maybe he had a nightmare and just needed someone to come and comfort him. Listen, okay. I mean, that's not what's happening. I know that, folks. I know that's not what's happening. But this is weighty, and I'm just now realizing that maybe Dumas gave me, Landon, a gift in not having to see the scene between his father and himself when his father passes away, because that would be heart-wrenching, and I'd have to somehow perform that on air and then comment upon it. We might be heading there. We might be heading in that place. Maybe this chapter is gonna test me, test all of us. But I don't have much to comment on this. Yeah, well, the title of this chapter is The Third Attack. This clearly is the third attack. What are the results of the third attack? We don't know. And you know what? This is a time to hold out hope, I think. Right? Maybe. Hope that regardless of what happens, not hope that something specific will happen, but a hope that regardless of what happens, our protagonists will pull through all the stronger for what they've had to go through. That's what I think is the inflection point that we're at right now. That's all I got for today. I'm just itching to see how this is going to conclude. I gotta be. I'm on tenterhooks, but not like good tenterhooks. I'm on like oh boy, tenterhooks. So join me here tomorrow if you also want to just kind of see what happens here. Until then, I'll see ya. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.